Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Nice weather is finally here, and it has a funny way of inspiring home projects. Good news, your hometown lumber store is ready to help make those ideas happen. From quality decking and railing to energy-efficient windows and beautiful new doors, you'll find the products, expertise, and service you need to upgrade your home this season. So whether you're building, updating, repairing, or finally getting started, we're here to help every step of the way. Visit Sigourney Lumber today. Everything you need for summer projects all in one place.
Get ready, Southeast Iowa. Skunk River Radio proudly presents the free outdoor concert celebrating 1 year of real country Skunk River Radio, powered by headline sponsor Oski Dental. Join us Saturday, June 13th at the Pavilion on the southeast corner of the Sigourney Square from 6 to 9 p.m. for a huge night featuring the Sinclairs with special opening act Neva Alden. Enjoy live music, food from Dr. Spud's Gourmet Potatoes, and thanks to our amazing sponsors, including Sigourney Body Shop, Mahaska Drug, Tassel Ridge Winery, Amy's Salon House and Spa, Sigourney Motors, Shuttler Insurance Services, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and We Care Pediatrics. Admission is free. Saturday, June 13th from Skunk River Radio.
Mark your calendar for the Watt Cheer Fire and Rescue Bike and Car Show on Saturday, June 20th. The fun starts at 8 a.m. It's 708 Maple Street in Watt Cheer. Bring your classic cars, custom rides, motorcycles, and hot rods for a great cause, with all proceeds benefiting Watt Cheer Fire and Rescue. Early registration is just $15 or $20 the day of the event. Voting takes place from 8 until 11 a.m. Enjoy delicious food from Beer Belly Barbecue. Plus, check out fire trucks on display and enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere. Rain or shine, we'll see you June 20th at the Watt Cheer Fire and Rescue Bike and Car Show.
Get ready for 4 decades of dirt at the 116th Annual Whoopie Days in Brighton, Iowa, June 19th and 20th. Kick things off Friday night with food vendors, kids games, live music, the Bill Riley Talent Show, and live music from Trent Pruitt. Saturday is packed with the Whoopie Days Parade at 10 a.m., the Mud Run, kids games, contest, live music from Link and the Drifters, and Jake McVeigh. Also on Saturday, the Matt Stutzman Cruise-In Show from noon to 4. Bring anything with a motor, cars, trucks, tractors, whatever you got. Gas it up, shine it up, fire it up, and show up. Whoopie Days in Brighton, June 19th and 20th. There's a $5 cover charge for each concert to help fund Whoopie Days. Hey, and welcome into Tuesday Night Tune-Up. We are live at the Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa! Woo! We do thank all of our sponsors. Of course, our headline and venue is Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa. We thank Vans Racing, Bates Funeral Chapel, Sigourney Body Shop, Glory Motorsports, Signs Plumbing, Sigourney Motors, Copeland Auto Body, Oski Dental, James Family Greenhouse, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick. Also, the Southern Iowa Speedway on board for our show as well. Lots of great sponsors. We've got lots of great guests lined up for tonight. Aaron Martin and Jason C. waiting in the wings. But look who's back. Mr. Safe Grafke himself, but live and in living color. Safe, what's up?
Welcome back, race fans, to TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up, when we are so glad you can all join us back here at the Rock Island Tap. It is the happening place to be on Tuesday nights. There is no other show quite like this and no other venue quite like this, so we are so glad to be here at the Tap. And with us tonight, the man, the midget, the legend, Josh.
So glad.
Josh, welcome back. Welcome back, buddy. So, there's a lot of great things that happen here at the Rock Island Tap. You guys have a lot of great events, a lot of great drinks, other things like that. And why don't you just give everyone a little insight here of what the summer is looking like at the Rock Island Tap?
Well, for this month, we've got Nick Ryan and Wicker coming up on the 19th from 7 to 10, and bingo later on this month. Not a whole lot posted for events as of right now, but we'll have more coming up later on.
Absolutely. So, Josh, there's a lot of great things that you guys do at the Tap. You have wonderful concerts that come in here. You have, you have some great barbecue food that comes in here from Jason Waite and his crew. But, a lot of people don't know, or some that do, is that you guys make some fantastic drinks here. Can you tell the people about a few of the different, special drinks that are made here at the Tap?
One of our biggest ones, we got the Bloody Marys. It's our signature deal. Like, it's probably the best Bloody Mary you're going to get around here. But our Bloody Marys, anything, really. We make all kinds of great drinks. Whatever you want, we'll make it.
Absolutely. Well, there's only one way to support your hat, and that's if you get here right at open and you stay till close. So, Josh, we're going to let you get back to doing what you're doing here at the Tap, man. We want to thank you guys for hosting us and everything that happens at the Tap.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
All righty, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with Aaron Martin in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for a laid-back bar with a great selection? Head to the Rock Island Tap at 206 Rock Island Avenue in Oskaloosa. With 24 beers on tap, you'll find everything from craft brews to your favorite domestics, plus whiskey and ice-cold Bloody Marys. Grab a snack with popcorn, chips, or a frozen pizza, or better yet, bring your own food and make it your kind of night. Just remember, 21 and over only. And yes, you'll need your ID. The Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa. Simple, relaxed, and all about good drinks and good times.
Vans Racing in Oskaloosa is your local one-stop shop for all racing and performance-related parts, sales, and service. With a combined 50-plus years of racing knowledge and experience, Curtis and Cole are ready to help you go faster, have more fun, and save money. From driver safety equipment to race tires and racing fuel to racing lubricants, Vans Racing has you covered with all major brands. Stop by 705 South D Street in Oskaloosa or call 641-660-8900 to experience the Vans Racing difference.
When families in Oskaloosa need compassion, comfort, and caring support, they turn to Bates Funeral Chapel. At Bates Funeral Chapel, our warm, home-like atmosphere and attentive professional staff provide a comforting place for families to laugh, cry, remember, and begin the healing process following the loss of a loved one. Whether your wishes are traditional or unique, we are committed to creating a meaningful and professionally orchestrated service that honors every life with dignity and care. Bates Funeral Chapel, 114 South 7th Street in Oskaloosa, where service is more than just a word.
If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, take it to Tony and the guys at Sigourney Body Shop at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. They'll get you back on the road in no time, and Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022, or again, stop in at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney.
Looking to stay ahead of the pack this racing season? Make your first stop Glory Motorsports, your one-stop shop for race parts, tires, and fuel. Everything you need to keep your car fast and race ready. And here's the best part. Glory Motorsports brings the parts to you with trackside parts at the Southern Iowa Speedway, Marshalltown Speedway, and Stewart Speedway. Trackside convenience, top quality gear, winning performance. Don't miss a lap. Get what you need when you need it with Glory Motorsports. For more info, give them a call or find Glory Motorsports LLC on Facebook.
Signs Plumbing, offering top quality plumbing services, boilers, and general HVAC and furnace repairs. Call James at 641-919-8973. You can also find Signs Plumbing on Facebook. For all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling services, call Signs Plumbing at 641-919-8973. Signs Plumbing at 208 Ackerd Street in Harper, serving the surrounding area. For top quality service, call Signs Plumbing. Hey, we are coming back live to Tuesday Night Tune-Up.
Yeah, give it to me.
At the Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Neil for being here, as always. Oh, man. We are going to start off with Aaron Martin and Safe Grafke and Cole Vanderwall. I got everybody named. Safe, take it away.
Alrighty, here we go, race fans. Welcome back to TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. It's that time for our first interview of the night. We have the tall, cool one all the way over from Delta, Iowa with us tonight, driving the number 73 stock car. We have Aaron Martin. Aaron, thanks for coming on and just taking some time to spend with us here at the Rock Island Tap.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is a pretty cool deal, and I'm glad you guys do it.
Yeah, thank you. And so, Aaron, a lot of people around here have got to see you race for a while. There's a lot of people that don't know about you as well. So why don't you kind of tell us about your beginnings of racing to where we're at in your present state of your racing program?
I guess I grew up in Sigourney and always liked racing since I was a kid, and started just dove in head first and bought a hobby stock. In 2011 was my first year, and started doing that, and it was a hard learning curve, but we just been working on it ever since then, and went to a stock car here a couple of years ago, and I love what I do, and it's pretty good challenge, and met a lot of good people doing it.
Absolutely. So when you got in 2011, racing then was even different than we have now, in a sense of, the technology keeps changing, and we see a lot of different variables now, especially in hobby stocks. Kind of there, when I got into it in 2017, it had even, evolved, especially out at Oski, and we had a lot of hard, different things going on. Then, Des Moines had closed, IMCA was down here now, running and whatnot, and so, the rules were always a big thing. And what was kind of some of the things that you saw when you started in that 2011 to kind of towards the end of your hobby stock career with where hobby stocks were?
Well, I really didn't know what I was doing when I jumped into it in 2011, but by 2017, I was starting to figure it out, and that was probably one of my best years out here at Oski. This was your first year, and that's when Shannon Anderson came down, of course, and they were IMCA, but I finished second in the points that year and had a really good year, and really up till, it was probably 2020, I was still running the basic shock package and just keeping it simple. And then it finally got to the point where, okay, we need to start doing stuff and changing stuff, and the technology has changed, and started chasing that horse, and then they changed the rules on me. So it's like I was starting to have some success with it, and then they changed it, and I was going to have to buy all new shocks again. So it's like, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to go to a stock car and buy stock car shocks. And I've loved it every minute since I've done it.
Yeah, and so I think that was kind of the big thing was, like you said, really kind of after COVID, it seemed like hobby stock racing changed, and a big part of it was, the tire manufacturer that was kind of forever went away, and then it became kind of a tire getting there for a while of trying to find something else. And yeah, like you said, a big thing is the shocks. I mean, when you looked at going from a hobby stock to a stock car, I mean, how much more of his significant jump, maybe price-wise, did you notice by then?
Oh, I mean, the tires are the biggest thing. I unfortunately get a memory pop up on Facebook of when I bought a Primewell new for $31.99, and I'm just like, whenever Hoosiers are that cheap, I'll go to a stock car. Well, they discontinued those tires, and I ended up going to a stock car, and it's just part of it, unfortunately, and I've kind of got numb to it because it's just going to cost money no matter what I do. So I'm really happy with what I'm doing in a stock car right now, where you can move lead. And I was doing a lot of that stuff with the hobby. It was just a lot more work to do it. If you got to cut welds, move your battery or move your fuel cell, and now I can just take a piece of lead and move it, or change wheel offsets or crank on weight jacks. It's just, I'm just in my element now with the stock car.
That's awesome. And you said you were a fan growing up, and that's what you got into racing. How important is it for you now seeing, younger fans coming from the stands into the pits and, being able to get those interactions with them, whether it's, they want to buy a T-shirt or, the car rides or the bike giveaways or anything like that. How important is that for you?
Oh, I think it's great. It's fun to see the look on their faces when they get a take a car ride or whatever. Like just this Saturday, we went to Eldon. We went out and packed the track, and my girlfriend's nephews, they rode along in the car with me when we went and packed it, and mud was flying everywhere, and they were just having a blast, and they kept making little balls and throwing them at me and stuff. So, yeah, it's neat. I hope they it's a lot of work to drive a race car and have a race car, but, I hope they see the reward at the end of it, the fun that you get to have at the end of it, and know that all that work is worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you're in a stock car now. There's a lot of maintenance involved with these cars. Why don't you kind of take us through a week to week getting ready to go run at the Monster Half Mile?
Well, it's, you got to keep your oils changed and just look everything over. I've always been pretty meticulous about my maintenance, and I feel like I'm pickier than most people. I've gotten, even in the hobby stock, I was checking everything at first, and then after a while you figure out, okay, I don't need to check this quite as often, I don't need to check that quite as often, and just kind of take a break. But at the same time, when you start doing that, it bites you in the butt. So, you just got to keep going over it and just knowing your car. And I try to be the only one basically that works on my car. That way when I go in that corner and I feel something, I know that bolt's tight. No question in my mind that got done, or this might be the problem, or I feel very comfortable about that kind of stuff. But yeah, tires are a big thing too with the stock cars. I try to keep it simple so far. I'm probably going to have to do some more to keep up with everybody else, but I really do try to keep it simple, and that's what I've always done, and that seems to work out pretty good for me.
Absolutely. And yeah, tires is a big thing. Hoosiers had a lot of ups, a lot of downs. There was, the different tire compounds coming out and everything, and they were trying some different, rubber compounds for the 60 series and stuff. And so what are some things that you've noticed in the last couple of years of racing, especially having to run these Hoosier tires, that you've maybe noticed about them, any changes or anything that you've seen?
They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be. People always had horror stories about them. I always kept pretty fresh tires on my hobby stock, so I kind of feel like the more I work with them, I can kind of see when they're getting tired and you need to put a new one on, or just you're just better off to keep a fresh one on there and just keep working it. But like Eldon, it was pretty tacky that you don't really need that nice of a tire on there, and you just got to save money where you can. It's just, you got to get a feel for them. And I think some people overdo it too with them. I think they're just, you're all running on the same tire, and when it slicks off, unless you're doping them, there's really not much you can do to them.
Yeah. And that's a big thing too, is, especially at Oski, the track conditions have been a little more on that kind of drier side, it seemed. And, it's a very, it's one of those tracks you have to keep your momentum up, being a half mile, but then also just you have to be really smart, it seems, about halfway through that corner. So what are some things that you really have to keep in your mind? Let's say, we're coming, we're halfway home in a feature, track is slick, you're trying to battle for a position. What's kind of going through your head about, how hard am I going to push this right now?
Right. Well, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I usually lean on the conservative side. I try to keep the car straight, and I've always done that. It's been different in the stock car because I've got a lot more rear percentage in the car. So when you spin the tires, the car doesn't necessarily step out on you like a hobby stock would. So knowing when I'm spinning the tires that I'm not going any faster once I blow them off, and it takes that much more to let off and get it to get back to grip again. So it's just way different. And I feel like you're skating on the track more with those big wider tires. But I don't like sliding the tires. I think that's the better way to do it for me, and I don't tear as much up when I do it, and I can save some tires. But I just try to learn something every night and live to fight another day most days.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we have a younger racer over here, Cole. He's kind of newer in it. I mean, he comes from, having his dad, Curtis, and everything. But if there's one piece of advice you could give maybe a younger racer like Cole, what would that be?
To listen to his dad. I mean, when I went to Stock Car, Curtis helped me a ton. And I mean, he was more than willing to help and with tires and any question I had. And I can't say enough about him and Cole, that if I need some parts that, Cole can swing by. Well, he just graduated high school, but after school, sometimes he'd stop by and throw some parts out for me. So, I mean, they've been nothing but great to me. And yeah, for a sport mod especially, I'd listen to your dad. And I think he's been doing it because he's been winning too.
Cool. What do you think of that advice?
Yeah, I mean, you got to always look up to the best.
Right.
So,
right.
If you want to be the best, you got to look up to the best, and you got to race against the best. So that's the only way you learn.
Yep.
Absolutely. And, Aaron, you have a lot of wonderful people that help you. You always have a great looking car, from the wrap to how you present it at the track every week. And I know that you have a lot of great people in your corner helping you. And so who all is helping on the 73 car right now?
Oh, man, it's been, to say, first off, it's, when I started racing, I didn't do this to make friends. And it's amazing how many great people I've met doing it. And everybody's come on board. I never really chase sponsors a whole lot. I just want somebody to help out and get on board that's, loves racing as much as I do and likes to see me go around the track and stuff. So, I've got a pile of sponsors here. We've got Sigourney Body Shop, Frogtown Firearms in Richland, Trimmel Backhoe, Josh and Mariah, Sterling Farms, Hanson Trucking, Classic Trucking, RV Trucking, Sharky Frame. I just picked up my rear end down there at Sharky's today. I've been it last week, and he got her straightened out for me. Vans Racing, Carol Hoover Photos. He loves racing too. So I like putting him on my car, and I like talking to him at the track and whatnot. Jesse Simmons of Studio 42 Photography, and then Don Chancellor. He helps me out a ton at the track, and he's one of them too that just absolutely loves it. There's nothing he does different. He goes to 100 races a year.
Absolutely.
And then got Danny Yarkowski, helps me in the pits a lot. Got my mom and dad, John and Nicole Irwin. He's helped me out a ton. Todd Fisher, my neighbor. And then last but not least, I got my girlfriend Rachel. She's really supportive of this, and she puts up with it, and I think she likes it too. Probably more than I do, because I actually have to do work. But she likes it. And then our dog Max, he's always very helpful because he likes to wash the tires off, in the garage.
That's great. Max the dog.
Yep.
Are you a fan of the Grinch?
The Grinch?
Yeah, that's the dog's name in the Grinch.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go. If you didn't know, everyone, now you know.
Yep. And then, of course, I got Dave Sellers, Delta Force. He came up with that name for me when I, in Delta there.
Force.
Delta Force. I got that across the back of the car.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's always a good time. He always stops by, too, and visits a little bit every now and then.
Oh, that's great. Well, awesome, Aaron. Well, thank you.
Speaking of that, I won't say that it was Dave that messaged me earlier today, but it was Dave. He wanted to be anonymous, but he did say to ask about the Delta Force decal. So is there like a story behind that, or what's the deal?
Yeah, now you've piqued my curiosity.
Well, I don't know. I just lived in Delta, and Dave just, every time something on Facebook, he would just comment Delta Force. So I'm like, well, that seems pretty good to put on the back of the car, So
I love it, Delta.
That's what we do.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
he's a good time.
He is.
He enjoys racing too. So.
Yeah, they do. Him and his daughter do a great job with figure 8 racing. And
yep.
I know they love the big circle track stuff too. So.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you, Aaron, for coming and spending some of your night with us. We know you got to get the hot rod ready for to tame the Monster Half Mile tomorrow night. Going to be some good racing there, and
Absolutely.
Stock cars are definitely the class there. It seems.
Yep.
Between that and the hobby stocks, two of the tougher ones in the Midwest to go after is at Oski. So we wish you luck tomorrow night, and thanks for coming on and just spending a little bit of time with us here on TNT.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate
Alrighty,
it.
folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with Jason C. in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Krista Sellers, driver of the 7K Figure 8 race truck. I race at local figure 8 tracks across southern Iowa. One of my good sponsors is CJ at Sigourney Motors. Next time you or someone you know is looking for a good used vehicle or in need of some minor repairs, you can contact CJ at Sigourney Motors. Give them a call at 641-224-8056 or stop by 705 East Jackson Street in Sigourney, Iowa. Hope to see you at the races or at CJ's shop.
At Copeland Auto Body, we strive to be the area's consistent provider of advanced collision repair. We want all of our customers to have a stress-free experience when they bring their car to Copeland Auto Body. Give them a call at 641-653-2140. Find them online at CopelandAutoBody.com. Copeland Auto Body, located in Hedrick, Copeland Collision Center in Oskaloosa, and Copeland Towing and Recovery in Sigourney. For auto body and towing for Hedrick, Oskaloosa, and Sigourney, see Copeland Auto Body. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. And we are coming back live to Tuesday Night Tune-Up, live from the Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa, where we are having a good time hanging out. We are the premier race show here in Southeast Iowa. Everybody wishes they were us, because we got cool people like Jason C. hanging out with us on this Tuesday night. Safe and Cole, take it away, guys.
Welcome back, race fans, to TNT, the Tuesday Night Tune-Up. And yes, we have the driver that hails from Albia, Iowa, driving the number 79S. We have Jason C. with us here tonight. And Jason, I tell you what, you have one of the nicest looking hot rods that goes around the Southern Iowa Speedway and a few other speedways right now.
Yeah, we had that wrap, I don't know, 2017 or 18.
Yeah.
We didn't have much luck with it that year.
It was kind of rough goings there for the Rainbow Warrior.
Yeah, I think we made it 4 nights, and we barrel rolled it coming out of 2 at Lake County Speedway.
Yes.
But I thought, why not give it a shot this year? It's bright. People can see it. They know who you are going around the racetrack. So.
And if my memory jogs me correctly, so far you haven't been outside of the top 5 when you've got the 79S car on the track.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good start to the year. I don't want to jinx it, but I worked pretty hard this winter, kind of going through the car, doing some things to kind of make it my own.
Sure.
Obviously, can't thank Johnny Spa and his guys enough. Tech support, second to none. There was just some things that wasn't working for me, and that's not his doing at all. But we kind of made some changes, and it seems to be paying off.
Well, that's the thing, when different drivers seem to have different ways of either how they work on their car or, like talking to Aaron when he was racing hobby stocks, moving the fuel cell around, doing some other things that you have to do in a hobby stock. Obviously, there's some different things in stock cars you can do, but then being able to know what to do to change it to your driving style, how long does that take to really how long has it taken you, I guess, to really develop, hone in on working on the car that way and saying, you know what, I don't like this, I'm going to try this, I'm going to, cut this weld and re-weld this bar here like that, or, whatever you do?
Man, I'll be honest with you. For a while, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. We raced hobby stock for a couple years and then jumped straight into a stock car. We got into stock car and struggled quite a bit. We got lucky and won a race here and there. But honestly, surrounding yourself with good people and fast race car drivers will make you a better race car driver. Like, don't be afraid to ask those questions. Sometimes people lie to you. And you will learn the hard way when you go put a change on your car and it doesn't work, then you know not to ask that guy a question again. But no, I just surrounded myself with the right people, asked the right questions, and we've kind of gotten ourselves to where we're at right now, and it's changing every week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so last week we won. This week we might go out and get 10th. You just don't know. There's a lot of good stock car drivers out there. You just have to have that mindset to know that you're not going to win every night. There's just a lot of good race car drivers out there.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you next is, they've always said Southeast Iowa has the best of the best in every category. And when you go to a lot of these tracks, obviously, you probably are racing against some of the best. So how hard is it to, one, mentally prepare to go to the track, and then two, making sure you've done everything you can on that car to help try to set yourself up for that success?
Mentally, it's just kind of like riding a bike, you race against pretty much the same people weekly, unless you do a lot of traveling, which I don't really have a lot of time to do with young kids at home. But we're pretty fortunate down here to be able to race against fast cars, because ultimately that's what's going to make you faster, right? But as far as like maintenance program, it's the same stuff weekly. I'm a firm believer in a clean race car is a happy race car. So we start there. I like to make sure everything's clean. That way you can really check over your race car, whether it be your bushings, your A-arms, your ball joints. All that stuff takes abuse, throughout the night. So, and obviously, keeping dirt out of your engine is probably going to be the number one thing that I do. You keep your engine clean, it's going to last you a long time, pending any catastrophic failures. Which, speaking of engines, we made the switch this year to Horn Race engines out of Cedar Rapids, and I can't give those guys enough praise. That thing is a beast. It's got tons of power. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. I just want them to keep giving me power.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing it seems to come down to, is not just the power, but knowing when to, roll into the throttle, roll out of the throttle, getting the car set up for the corner, corner exit and everything. And so, when you race at a track like Oski, how important is it to learn that throttle control, especially at a track like that?
Oh, man, it's huge. Like, for instance, last week, we were fortunate enough to pick up the win, but I don't think through the corners I was past half throttle. Your brain's telling you to hit the gas, right? You want to go fast. But you got to have a smart right foot. You don't want any sudden fluctuations in the throttle pedal, right? Smooth as you can be on the throttle pedal, keep the traction underneath you. Because as soon as you break those Hoosiers loose, you're screwed. Because now you have to let off, let them catch up, and by then you've lost I don't know how many tenths to the guy behind you. So it's huge. You got to it's a big momentum track, and you got to keep the tires underneath you.
Yeah, so when you go racing, what's your favorite style of track? Is it the big half miles, or maybe kind of the 3/8 bull rings, or?
Maybe not so much size of the racetrack, but if you give me a dry slick racetrack, I'm going to be a happy guy.
You don't want to just absolutely sopping wet hammer down all the way around it.
I would almost rather load my car in the trailer and go home, honestly. It's hard on stuff. These cars cost too much money to be out there just putting the throttle through the floor pan. I like a dry slick finesse track, and it really kind of lets the driver shine, right? And also lets you kind of show off the hard work you've done in the garage, setting your car up and making it right for those conditions.
Absolutely. And I know a big thing for you and your racing program has always been family. Every time I've rolled by your pits, your mom and dad are there with you. And why don't you tell us a little bit about PMS racing, and then just the family you have at the track with you?
Yeah, so I pretty much grew up at the racetrack. I was that 6-8-year-old short fat kid rolling in the dirt working on the race cars. That was second home to me. So and it was always my dad, he was always a car owner. We had a lot of drivers throughout the year. One of the bigger name drivers we had was Brant Fuse, and I learned a ton when he drove Dad's car. He was an excellent driver. We won a lot of races. So when it was and PMS racing, if people don't already know, that stands for Patty and Mike C. That's my mom and my dad. It doesn't stand for what other people might think. So
just so we can clear the air real quick.
We'll clarify that. But no, I was passionate about racing at a very young age, just like my 3-year-old is right now. Man, he hasn't missed a race, and as soon as we get to the racetrack, he wants the pit mat out so we can get underneath the car and start tinkering with stuff,
Right.
Which I kind of got to watch him because he has taken bolts out of the car. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So.
Proud dad moment.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. But no. So growing up, just lived at the racetrack every weekend. I think back then we were racing 3 nights a week, and God, it was a lot of work. Dad would work third shift. Like on a Friday night, we'd come home. He'd go to work, and me and my mom would be in the garage changing the gear for the next night. I can even recall a time, I think I was like 10 or 11 years old, we changed a motor. Me and my mom did. So, like, we did everything we could to get to the racetrack, and we kind of still follow that, Since then, obviously, I have the race car at my shop. Mom and Dad are in at my house probably daily. But, yeah, it's just primarily I do have some friends that do go and help out a lot, and but primarily it's just my mom, my dad, my wife occasionally, and then my 3-year-old, my 6-month-old. He's been Wednesday night was his first race.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he was able to go to his first race and see his first win. So, but I imagine he'll be ready for it too. So when they get old enough, by all means, if they want to work hard, we'll put them in a race car.
You're gonna have to buy 2 cars then.
Well,
or they can split it up.
I was gonna say either that or they can fight over who gets to drive that night. I don't care.
There you go. Yeah, just out in the concrete, just take
I don't
until someone gets in it.
That's how I was brought up, me and my brother.
I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we know that you have a lot of great people that help on your car, like your family, your mom and dad. Who are some of the other sponsors that are on the 79S car?
Yeah, so I do have some sponsors, but I always started out racing. I said, if I can't do this on my own, I'm not going to do it at all. So I also, like Aaron, I don't really go out and chase a whole lot of sponsors. So most of the ones I do have are close friends. Some of them I consider family, So I do have United Country Hawkeye Farm Management, Studio 42 Photography, MRM Risk Management, Horn Race Engines. What else do I have? Arnold Motor Supply, Nap Auto Works. I think that's it. We do have a couple guys on the car in memory of, one of them which was Bruce Spoonmore. So I don't know if many people knew Bruce, but I work at John Deere in Ottumwa, and he was one of the delivery semi-drivers. And one day, my dad also worked there, and one day they struck up a conversation, and he was a big race fan. And I think the first year he went was, we went out to the Beatrice Spring Nationals. We ended up winning the thing, which a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, right? But ever since then, that guy, man, he didn't miss a race. He wouldn't even hardly let me touch a bolt on the car. Like, he was a solid dude. And sadly, we lost him a few years ago to a heart attack, and so that was a really big loss to the team, So we carry on his memory on the side of the car, and I will continue to do that until the day we decide to not go in circles anymore.
That's awesome, man. Well, Jason, we want to thank you for coming on and telling us a little bit more about your career and everything you have going on with the 79S team. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the year when you can make it out to the track, and just again thank you for coming on here and spending your Tuesday night with us here at the Tap.
You bet. I appreciate this. Hopefully we can come talk to you guys a lot more after we win some races, but as you guys know, they're few and far between sometimes. So
it's a tough area to win a race. I don't care if it's the sport compacts or really any class. I mean, Southeast Iowa, again, I will say it every time, is we have the best drivers in the Midwest in this area, and until that is proven wrong without a doubt, I will keep saying it, because we do have some of the best drivers around in this area.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just for instance, let's take the Boone Nationals, for instance. You see a lot of these guys that we race against weekly go up there and have a lot of success. So it just goes to show the quality of cars and drivers that we're racing against weekly. And a lot of these guys have been doing it for 30 years, so you've got your work cut out for you when you go to the racetrack. So we just kind of count our blessings that we get to do it, and we'll keep doing it until we can't, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, Ian, thanks, Jason, for coming on tonight. Cole and I are going to talk about a few results that were in the area here and about the racing action coming up this week here in a few minutes, so make sure you tune back in for that segment coming up next.
Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook.
At Nutrien Ag Solutions, we are dedicated to your success. We partner with growers like you to expand your possibilities with unparalleled offerings. Your unique challenges are met with more customized solutions than anyone else can offer. With you, we're feeding the future together.
Join us this Wednesday at the Southern Iowa Speedway for the Schools Out for the Summer Inflatable and Bicycle Night. Kids can enjoy giant inflatables provided by Laser Alley from 6 to 7:15 p.m. Plus, every child will have a chance to win a free bicycle. Grandstand admission is just $10 for adults. Military and veterans are only $5, and kids 15 and under get in free with a paid adult. It's family fun, great racing, and memories that'll last all summer long at the Southern Iowa Speedway in Oskaloosa. Sponsored by Teeter Construction and Dirt Work and J. Teeter Trucking.
Get ready, Southeast Iowa. Skunk River Radio proudly presents the free outdoor concert celebrating 1 year of real country Skunk River Radio, powered by headline sponsor Oski Dental. Join us Saturday, June 13th at the Pavilion on the southeast corner of the Sigourney Square from 6 to 9 p.m. for a huge night featuring the Sinclairs with special opening act Neva Alden. Enjoy live music, food from Dr. Spud's Gourmet Potatoes, and thanks to our amazing sponsors, including Sigourney Body Shop, Mahaska Drug, Tassel Ridge Winery, Amy's Salon House and Spa, Sigourney Motors, Shetler Insurance Services, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and We Care Pediatrics. Admission is free. Saturday, June 13th from Skunk River Radio. Hey, we are coming back to the Rock Island Tap in Oskaloosa for the Tuesday night tune-up. Are we excited? One person's excited to be here at the Tuesday night tune-up. Yeah, go right ahead. We thank Aaron Martin and Jason C. for being on the program today. Safe and Cole, we're bringing it back to you guys. We just saw the commercial, heard the commercial for the Skunk River Radio concert on the square in Sigourney coming up on Saturday evening. And we're going to have some cars, trucks that I sponsor in attendance. The Vanderwalls will be there with their car. I know we've got Krista Sellers confirmed with her truck. And feelers are out to a few more folks that I sponsor on the racetracks. So come to the concert. Check out the cars and trucks in attendance. Fingers crossed that the weather is nice. But anyway.
Well, shoot, darn, that sounds like a real good time up there, I tell you what.
Shucky darn, Safe.
Shucky darn.
Wear your cowboy hat.
That could be a thing. You might see me up there Saturday night in a cowboy hat. What? Where are you going to be Saturday night, Cole? Are you going to Steve's party?
I'm going to be over there. We're bringing a car over there.
Well, you are going to go and watch, though? You're going to hang out all night up there?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Wow!
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'll probably be there all night. Though
I'm pulling my sponsor.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
that sounds like a good time. I would definitely make sure if I would make sure if you have anything going on this weekend, I would cancel those plans and head over to Sigourney, unless you already plan on heading over to Sigourney for that. I would not want to miss that for the life. So that's going to be a good time. Cole, I'm glad you guys are taking a car there. I am going to go.
Jeez.
I'm going to party all night. Party on, Wayne. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. He has no clue. Yeah, there we go. This kid has no clue what's happening, which is great. Anyway, we got some racing results to go through, Cole.
All right. Start us off.
Man, I tell you what, this kid, folks, he has more energy than we know what to do with up here. So if you need to hire like an event coordinator or hype man, Cole is available.
I am the man.
If we can flash his phone number real quick at the bottom of the screen there. Vans Racing. You can hire Cole by going to Vans Racing. So he is your hype man for life. So, Cole, we had a lot of great racing action last week. And luckily, Mother Nature really did not win any races. So that's always that's a positive right there. So Oski ran last week. It looks like they had a great night of racing action over at the Southern Iowa Speedway. Did you get to race Wednesday night, or was your dad in the car?
No, I'm driving his car right now, so I kicked him out of the seat for a while.
Really? I heard maybe a different story that someone had their car break.
Yeah, motor blew up, and I don't know what happened. So,
that's a bad deal, Cole.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it fixed here in the next couple weeks, and then finally he can start driving again. And
that'd probably make him happy to get back in the wheel. Or maybe not. Maybe he enjoys watching you race.
I think it's some of both. I think he likes going and working on them, but at the same time, he likes driving every once in a while.
Absolutely. So Oski raced stock cars. Jason C., who we just got done interviewing, picked up the win in the stock car class. We saw Kyle Harwood picking up a win in the sport mod. So he had been gone for a while, hasn't done a lot of racing this year, but looks like where he's trying to pick up where he left off last year with a bunch of wins there kind of towards the end of the season, so good to see that. Hobby Stocks, Dustin Griffiths picked up a win. He's won a few in a row there in the Hobby Stock class. And then one guy who's won, I think, almost every sport compact race this year so far at the Southern Iowa Speedway, Seth Minders picking up another one in that 65 car. He has just been on fire.
Yeah, that thing's quick.
I tell you what, and for a guy that says he just throws junkyard motors in it, showing that you don't have to spend a ton of money on these aftermarket ECMs and everything, Seth really gets that car going.
Yeah, and I don't know, listening to it in the tech area the other night, it's definitely not turning as many RPMs as all the other people. So it's I definitely wouldn't doubt that it's stock stuff.
That's awesome. And then in the newer class at the Southern Iowa Speedway, the Crown Vics, Cole Hughes picked up a win. So again, that's kind of an interesting class. You can only lead 2 laps at a time, and I know they've had Cole thought he won the other week. And he had got disqualified because they said he led one too many laps.
Yeah.
So just a hard class to race in at the Southern Iowa Speedway.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, but it's not for me to understand.
So Columbus Junction ran on Friday night, and Cole, why don't you talk about it since you were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Well,
that's
holy cow.
Yeah, we had a mechanical failure, so that's part of it. And what do you do? And it's on the black chassis. It's hard to see cracks and stuff, so it's partly our fault, but it's at the same time it's part of it, week to week stuff. So
a part came out of the car. How long did it take you to notice that you had lost something?
Till we had the yellow, and the guy told me to stop on the front straightaway.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Were you still passing cars and everything when this happened?
I started like 10th, and I was back to like 15th at one point, and I was 4th coming out of turn 2. So we were passing cars somehow, and yeah, I didn't even know it was broke, to be honest.
So Tyler Heckert ended up picking up the win there.
Yep.
In the sport mod class, and then Tucker Richardson won Hobby Stocks, and then they had a really good modified class there. After looking at the names of who was in that modified race, that had to be a good feature to watch.
Yeah, I was busy trying to figure out how to get my car loaded, so I didn't get to watch it, but the announcers were going crazy, so it sounded like a really good race.
Well, Charlie Moore ended up picking up the win there. So, again, I saw that they had, the Simpsons were in cars. There were a bunch of just big dirt track names and modifieds there. So
yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. And then stock cars, Jordan Miles picked up the win. I believe he won there maybe the week before that as well. So
yeah, the week before, the 2 weeks before. I'm not totally sure. We watched.
It's really
it.
just been him and Nathan Woods winning in the stock cars over there. So, that's kind of crazy to think about, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of different winners in that class there. It's a very hard class to win at Columbus Junction. Every time I've gone there, it's one of the best races that gets put on. I mean, there's no shortage of great races at the Columbus Junction Speedway, but stock cars, man, they put on quite a show down there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You can run top or bottom over there, and the top's a blast in 1 and 2, but the bottom's also really fun.
You haven't drove it off to the levee yet, have you?
No, not yet.
No.
I still got many more nights in my career. So
You do, and now you're really going to be checking for the car over for frame cracks and everything, or anything else, right?
Yeah,
so that doesn't happen.
That ain't no kidding.
Oh man! So then we'll jump over to Knoxville Raceway. They had some great racing action there again. Lakeside Casino night over there. Kids 12 and under got in for free. So Knoxville does a really good job of honing in on making it a whole family event. And big shocker at the 410 winner over there was Ryan Timms. I mean, that kid is on a relentless tear at the Knoxville Raceway.
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see him, how young he is, and he's winning all these Crown Jewel races. I know it's not a Crown Jewel over there weekly, but it's still
it's one of the hardest to win 410 points at for a whole championship in a year. And just, that kid is great over there. So Ryan Timms picking up the wins in 410s, 360s. Clint Garner, a name that has not been said in quite a while. So Clint Garner, who's won a lot of races over there over the years, I believe. He picked up his 49th career victory at Knoxville Raceway over the weekend there. So good to see Clint back in victory lane, as that driver came from South Dakota over like he does every single week. And then in the pro sprints, he's won every pro sprint race there this year. Jay Kinder out of Missouri picking up the win in the pro sprint class. Again, that's like a crate class, basically. It's a Speedway Motors engine. They're a spec engine. Help to get people into sprint car racing. So Jay Kinder picking up the win in the pro sprint class at Knoxville. Cole, did you get to watch any World Outlaw racing here lately at all, or any other form of racing than your own program?
You know what? I've been busy with Dad traveling. It's hard to keep up on it, and it's like I'm in the shop till 10 or 11 o'clock every night, and it's like,
That's
man.
Good. You don't just put a race on to listen to while you're working?
No,
because would you get too distracted and then start watching the race and quit working on the car?
That the second option would happen real quick. Sometimes
you got to learn how to multitask.
No, I get sick and tired of working on them, like especially when stuff don't go right. It's like, oh man.
So then you just want to watch the TV and
and then I get on my phone, and then I get
Then it goes south.
Yeah, and then nothing gets done, and then I wonder why nothing gets done.
Oh man! So the World Outlaws are back in the area. They ran over at Huset's. They've ran over in Wisconsin now at Angel Speedway Park. They had a big race over there, and Carson Macedo picked up the win in the 41 Jason Johnson racing car. He's had kind of a rougher season. He hasn't had all the results he's been looking for. They've had some issues. That team's kind of been on the struggle bus this year. Which is kind of hard to see in the 41 car. They've been pretty dominant as far as points and everything the last few years of working up there, and they haven't had quite the season they've wanted to. I know they're looking forward to being back at Knoxville again this weekend. So, it's just crazy to think about how often the World Outlaws are coming to Knoxville now. I mean, COVID is when that all kind of kicked off. They started coming in the spring, and then they'd come in June, and then they'd be here for, the Nationals. But now they make 3 trips here before the Nationals even happen, which is pretty crazy,
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see all those big names in town.
Yeah, it's fun for sure. And I know Thursday night over in Pella, they are going to have a car show with race cars. I know a lot of the World Outlaw teams are going to be there. The World Outlaws will have their big trailer and everything set up, so they kind of make a whole a really cool deal out of all of it, get the fans to interact a little more. I know that's a big thing that the World of Outlaws have been pushing and everything. Even Knoxville has, they have a mascot now
Really?
over there. Yeah, they have a full mascot that goes and takes their photos with their winners. It looks like a giant race car driver with a giant like bobblehead and a fire suit almost. It's quite cool to see, especially if you're a young fan, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mascots, kids, it's just a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite mascot of any team growing up, Cole? I gotta know.
No?
You didn't watch any like sports or anything really? You didn't have a mascot, you know?
Not really. Yeah, I mean the Iowa Hawkeyes one was always pretty cool to me, and
Herky?
Yeah, it's a hawk, man.
Man, cool nothing. Yeah.
There you go. I think that's probably the noise they make.
Can you do a representation maybe? Your best hawk impression. Let's hear it.
I could.
Come on, let's hear it.
But we're
Come
not
on.
going to do it.
Oh, come on. I think everyone wants to hear it. It's going to keep everyone on their feet.
Oh, probably. But
I think since this show is going off the rails, now we were talking about the Skunk River Radio concert coming up this Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And Safe, you said you were going to be in attendance with your cowboy hat on.
Oh,
now, I had an insider show me. He sent me some pictures of you with the cowboy hat on.
I don't believe that. Don't.
You can't see it. But that is a picture of you with your country and Western outfit on. And then I had somebody else send me a picture that Cole got fed up with you on the show tonight and actually has you in like a, I don't know what you would call that, some sort of headlock of choking you out. So
is this a race show or is this becoming into a wrestling event here, Cole? What are you?
I don't know, but man, those are some good pictures.
I tell you what. Well, anyway, there's been a lot of great racing action that happened. A lot more to come this week. You know, tomorrow night at the Southern Iowa Speedway, make sure you get out there. It's going to be a great racing night. You know, Columbus Junction Friday night, different racing on Saturday night as well. Or if you wanted to be cool, you could go check out the couple of the Vans racing cars over in Sigourney. Watch a great concert. Again, thank you to Steve.
And it's free.
Free?
Really?
Holy cow.
No, I'm definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were going to be there regardless, Cole.
It fits everybody's budget.
Oh, shoot. Well, no, we want to thank everyone for coming on for TNT, the two-side tune-up. We're going to catch you all next week here. Make sure you go support your local racetrack if you can. Take someone new with you. Take someone that you've always been going with. It doesn't matter. Make sure you just go out and support your local dirt tracks. And we will see you all here next Tuesday night at the Rock Island Tap. I'm your host, Safe Grafke. We will see you next Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Safe, and thanks again to all of our sponsors, Rock Island Tap, Vans Racing, Bates Funeral Chapel, Sigourney Body Shop, Glory Motorsports, easy for me to say, Signs Plumbing, Sigourney Motors, Copeland Auto Body, Oski Dental, James Family Greenhouse, Nutrien Ag Solutions in Keswick, and the Southern Iowa Speedway. We'll take you out of the show here with this last shot of Cowboy Safe. We'll see you next week.